Regular BBC daytime viewers will recognise these giants of the antiques world who light up our screens with their wisdom and charm.
I've more than doubled my money.
But what sort of things do our experts get up to when they're not on the telly? Well, we're about to find out, as over the course of 1 week, we'll be seeing one pair of plucky heavyweight dealers face a different daily challenge. Some of those challenges will be familiar territory.
Yes!
Some will be pitching our experts into the unknown.
Bang, bang, bang.
They'll be going head-to-head in a battle for profit, showing us how they've risked their own money and reputations by recreating some of their real-life deals.
Profit, profit and more profit.
And if the stakes weren't high enough already, each expert has a favourite charity that will be benefiting from their profits. The challenge to our experts is clear. Put your money where your mouth is. Today's finely honed experts are the smooth-talking Jonty, the hitman Hearnden, and the irrepressible Eric Knocker Knowles. Jonty's status as the housewife's favourite comes from rooting around for cash in the attic and globe-trotting on sun, sea and bargain spotting. Eric, meanwhile, is very much the senior professional, with 27 years under his belt on the Antiques Roadshow. And he never lets the side down when it comes to being the most dapper dealer in the business.
Sorry, can't stop.
So our experts are ready and the stakes are high, with their reputations at risk, their own money on the line, and their favourite charity wishing them well. There's everything to play for.
Mr. Hearnden.
There's only one Eric Knowles. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, but I'm on a mission to give you this.
And I'm on a mission to give you this.
OK, so shall I go first?
You open that one.
OK, and it tells me here, Jonty and Eric, your challenge today is to spend £1,000 of your own money on antiques. You must then resell your purchases with the aim of making as much profit as possible. And the winner is the presenter who makes the most cash.
And mine says, today you must buy all your antiques, wait for this, from an auction house.
Just lead the way.
Yes.
Do you know what it is?
I haven't got a clue.
No. OK.
Let's go that way, see what happens.
Once upon a time, in an auction house far, far away, well, in Cheshire, two mighty Jedi Knights of the Antiquarian clashed in a battle of epic proportions. Well, they would, if they were travelling in the right direction. The unknown territory of Knutsford, on the planet Earth, is a beautiful market town and home to a well-known auction house called Marshall's, the host of today's mighty battle. And our skilled knights will be pleased to know that the proud walls of this esteemed building are the home to a galaxy of antiques, and they're all from this planet. But in their determination to win, will one of our brave knights turn to the dark side?
Jonty Hearnden and I go back almost 30 years. We were working for Bonhams, and Jonty turned up as a young porter. So I always regarded him as a bit of a whippersnapper.
Our venerable master Eric's pretty confident, but he would be wise to remember that his former apprentice has learned the ways of the market and has a strong plan of his own.
What I need to do is have a look at everything, make sure that everything's in good order, but there's always going to be something there that is good value, because that's what it's all about. I've got to find something that's really good value. If I can find that, bid on it, I will have it in my bag and I will be able to sell it.
Well, young Jonty may believe the force is with him, but he should remember that Eric has light years of experience.
I do have hopes for quite a few objects up there at what I like to describe as being come and get me estimates. If I can buy those items within the parameters of those estimates, then I will be a very happy man. But, you know, we'll just have to watch, wait and see.
The boosters on Knocker Knowles' starship may be firing on all cylinders, but he needs to remember what's at stake. With £1,000 of his own cash on the line, there's no room for error. But the first of our Jedis to feel the force is Jonty.
Now this is a bit of fun. This is a chess timer, and it's made by the best toy manufacturer or games manufacturer around, Jake's. You see it just on the front there. This is Edwardian. You can tell by the flex in the grain of the mahogany. So the most important thing before I buy it is to make sure that it works. So you start it by lifting the lever here, and we're off. So this player is going, and as soon as he finishes, he presses the lever on the top, or the button, like so, which starts this player on this side. So you can see the second hand moving straight away. So anybody who plays chess, or who's a fanatical chess player, wants something a little bit quirky, a little bit different, estimate of the catalogue, £40 to £60, a bargain to be had. So I'm going to have a go on this one. I think it's great fun.
Well, it's certainly not checkmate just yet. Knowles is one cool collector and with 37 years of experience. He's not going to go down without a fight. Pulling off some smart moves of his own, he's found some intriguing pieces.
The first thing that's caught my eye today is big, and it's quite bright because it's this huge Japanese pot. And I like it for lots of reasons. First is it's beautifully detailed. Things going against it, well, it does have, I just noticed, a very fine hairline crack at the top. It's got a very, very reasonable estimate on it. I don't think I would walk away with this for less than £400 or £500, which is double the estimate.
Blimey, that Eric is certainly willing to put his money where his mouth is. That vase could blow almost half his £1,000 budget, so he must be pretty sure of himself.
I'd rather buy just one sort of big object where I felt sure there was a profit to be had.
Well, let's just hope for him his daring strategy pays off. With our two brave knights almost ready to do battle in the auction room, there's just time for one last rummage. And if there's one area where the Knowles reigns supreme, it's Art Deco. And these kitchen jars appear to have his name all over them.
Well, I've come across an interesting group of Minton kitchen jars.
But what he doesn't know is that his young apprentice has spotted them as well.
Minton's one of the biggest names in ceramics to ever come out of this country. So as a consequence, it's going to give it added value.
And they date to the very late 1930s, and they are unusual and they're a little bit rare.
See the salt pot here? No lid. So if I was to buy this collection, all I would do is take it away, like so, and sell the collection like that.
I've just counted that we've got 9 in total, so that's 8 and a spare. That's my way of thinking anyway.
Estimate in the catalogue, £80 to £120, so around the £100 mark. If I can get it for around the £100, then it's a goer. If it goes beyond that, then I will think again.
And I could be up against the Deco collector, and I could be up against the Kitchenalia collector, but we'll have a go.
So, with their lightsabers poised and primed, it's time for the Great Master and his bold apprentice to take up their positions on opposite sides of the auction room. Don't forget, they'll be spending up to £1,000 of their own money, and they've got to sell their goods on later. So, first to strike, it's Hitman Hearnden with a chess clock. With a small room of bidders and a guide price of £40 to £60, he's confident about his chances.
So the secret of bidding is not to go in too early. So I'm not going to go straight in. I'm just going to wait and see what happens.
Well, there's an intensity over there.
Congress Chess Timer by Jakes and Son. There we are, good maker. Right, we can start the bidding on this one at £280.
That's me out.
Well, the hitman's been blasted down, and there's no surprise from his great nemesis on the other side of the room.
The estimate was 40 to 60. It started at 280.
500, 520.
It was an interesting thing to go for, but I'm not even sure Jonty plays chess.
Any advance on £1,000?
Wow.
All done at £1,000.
Well, I thought it was fun, but not £1,000 worth of fun.
With such a low guide price, it's no wonder Jonty's been stunned. Oh, that hitman's taken a walloping right where it hurts. So now it's over to the master to show him how it's done. Remember, Eric was happy to blow up to half his budget on the Japanese vase.
This next lot that Eric's going to be bidding on is taller than he is. It's massive.
Right, 258, a 19th century Japanese Amari Buzz to form vase. 150 for it. £100 for this substantial vase. Yes?
He's straight in with a swift bid. This could be the sale of the century, but the apprentice is letting the master go unchallenged. Will anyone else in the room get in on the action?
Any more? Anybody else interested? Bids at 100, going, gone at £100.
Well, it's normally the 19th of February, but today is also my birthday because that has got to be the bargain of the day, 100 quid for such a huge lump.
Like a flash, Eric secured an easy lead over his young challenger. At £100, that vase could well be worth its weight in gold.
I hope Eric will find a buyer. Be interesting to see where he goes with that.
Well, at least he's bought something, Jonty. Knocker Knowles doesn't stop there.
240, a late 19th, early 20th century paraffin lamp.
Eric takes a leap of faith and bags this beautiful 19th century paraffin lamp for a knockout price.
At £30. Maiden bid will take it.
So, with Eric safely in the lead, Jonty had better find the on button to his lightsaber, because it's time for their first galactic clash over the kitchen jars.
OK, this is my kitchenware. I'm not in love with this. I'm absolutely not in love with it. It's got a good name, but I'm just going on a margin. At the moment, it's £1,820 in the catalogue. I'm just going to see where it goes.
The room is simply buzzing with excitement. Well, kind of. And Jonty's watching his opponent's every move.
I've just seen Mr. Knowles twitching in the corner. Is he interested?
Minton Art Deco red and cream banded kitchenware storage jar.
Time for the battle to commence.
It's £100 for these. 100, thank you. £100 on bid. Take 10 at 100. Are we all done at £100? Go. 10, 120.
Jonty makes the first strike.
150, 160, 170.
But the master's quick to follow. Can Jonty stand up to his one-time mentor?
But 170 left at 170. Any more? All done at 180. Fresh bidder. 190, 200. And 10?
Jonty's out.
At £210, all done now, going. Any advance on £210? And we are K.
Well, at the end of the first round of buying, the force is well and truly with Eric.
Well, I wasn't given an easy ride there by my adversary of the day, but I can console myself that I've taught him almost everything he knows.
Well, Eric, that's obviously not a lot, because Jonty hasn't actually won anything yet. So Jonty will need to work on some smart moves if he's going to beat the chosen one in round 2. Starting with a budget of up to £1,000, Jonty has still got £1,000, and therefore we can only assume that he's yet to feel the force. However, in the opposite corner, the lightsaber is flashing away merrily. Eric swiped 3 items with a combined total of £340, leaving him with up to £660 left to spend. With the first round of buying over, Eric has stormtroopered his way to an easy lead, and it's clear his former pupil needs to train harder if he's to match up to the mighty master. So, before we rejoin the bidding, it's time to see what our experts have picked out next.
So these are Royal Doulton flambe vases. Being a dealer, more often than not, you're looking for items that you can just trade with, margin items. Now, I like the shape and the colour of these vases. You've got the Royal Doulton stamp there. And as the name suggests, if you look at the glaze, they look like they're leaping out of a fire. Now, can you imagine this little group here on the side of a cabinet, maybe in a very, very modern setting? And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for objects that have different feel, different textures. And as a little group there, I think that's fabulous. Estimate of the catalogue, £50 to £80. What can I get for them? 150 quid? Yeah, I like those.
Jonty is renowned as a furniture man, so he's taking a daring risk here by wading into Eric's territory. Speaking of our Art Deco maestro, the legend that is Eric Knowles is showing no signs of letting up. Sticking solidly to his strategy, he's focused on buying some quality items.
A little bit of a simple piece. It's a straightforward ceiling light
By Dome. Well, it should be signed Dome, but it looks like Dome because it's got this very sort of icy, acid-cut texture. It's growing on me, is this one. I wasn't immediately very enthusiastic, but it's growing on me.
With a guide price of £150 to £200, Eric's small enthusiasm will need to reach tall proportions if he decides to do battle and bid. So, with just moments to go before our experts' lots are up, Daredevil Jonty is determined to take on Knocker Knowles at his own Art Deco game. Now that is courage.
I've been really struck by this silver bowl. This has all been hand beaten on the inside, so it's a sign of quality, hand craftsmanship. It has an Art Deco feel to it. When I say Art Deco, it's because it was actually made in the 1930s. The simplicity of this bowl is stunning, and as a consequence, I think I could trade with it. Solid silver, got some great hallmarks there, which is a nice sign. And on the underside, we've got the maker's stamp, Halls of Manchester. So it hasn't come too far in all of its life. So it's a really lovely quality thing. The catalogue says it's about 18 ounces of silver, which means that it's a good weight, and a lot of dealers actually buy silver by the weight. So 100 to 150 pounds, that's a bargain at the right price. From a retail point of view, I can see me getting, what, around the £300 mark. Now, Eric's an Art Deco man. I wonder if he's spotted this. Hope he hasn't.
So, before the bidding starts on the next lot, our rivals take their positions. The pressure's really on Jonty if he wants to stand up to Eric. And at last, one of his prize pieces comes up for sale.
These are the Flambe Royal Doulton vases, and I just like them as a group of three. I'll try and sell them individually, that's if I get them, but I just like them as a group, so I'm going to go rather heavy on this.
30 start me, £30 I bid at 35, 45, 50. 50 seated, any advance on 55?
Jonty in like a flash.
65 there, any more?
But he's got strong competition.
65, 70 anywhere?
Yes, our man's nodding like a Thunderbird puppet.
75, 80, 85, 85, in the room at 85, 90 if you like, somewhat. 90, 95, 100? Out online at 120, 130, 140? 130, in the room at £130, a standing bid at 130.
Yes, he might look a bit wooden, but he's got 'em, and that's what counts.
£130, I'm pleased because they're very good quality, unusual shapes, and as a group of three, I'm in excess of £200 there. That's very nice. So when it comes to selling, I'm going to be looking at 250, and I'll take 200.
So Jonty won the Flambe vases, but can he rocket to success on his next item?
OK, this is the Art Deco bowl that I'm interested in. I love the top, but I'm not mad about the base. I'm just going to keep my eyes very closely peeled to see what's going to happen.
Obi Eric has taught you well, young Jonty. But how will you fare?
Will you start me there? 55, 65, 75.
The price is rising quickly, but when will Jonty make his move?
Not so. At 130, on the left, 40, 140.
Oh, and look, he's finally in.
It's that man again.
140, 140, 50, 150, 60, 160, at 160.
Looks like Jonty's home and dry, but will Eric make a last-minute bid?
At 160, have we all done and sold at 160?
Well, that was as high as I was prepared to go, but the quality's all there. And if you've got quality, you can sell it.
Well, Jonty's certainly not pulling his punches when it comes to the bidding. But now it's time for the knockout bout. Eric doesn't know it yet, but Jonty fancies his chances on the dome ceiling light that Eric spotted earlier.
I'm going to have a crack at this.
So, in the red corner, we have the mighty Hitman Hearnden, the Tower of Power all the way from the home counties, and in the blue corner, from the back streets of Burnley, Knocker Knowles. Seconds away, round one.
£100 for this one.
Knocker Knowles makes his first move.
140, 150.
He's got hands like lightning, this boy.
180, 190.
Yes, Jonty's in, fighting it out. Will he be able to duck in and deliver that knockout blow?
200, 210.
They're slugging it out toe-to-toe.
240, 250.
Like punch-drunk dealers.
260. At £260. Any advance then?
Oh, the Hitman's got his opponent on the ropes.
Any advance now?
Yes.
But the champ hasn't thrown the towel in yet.
290, 300,
Is that the killer punch?
320.
Will he get back off the canvas with a last-minute bid?
Last chances now.
Oh, my word, it's young Jonty by a knockout. Yes, after lamping Eric for 300 quid, Jonty's fought his way back magnificently. Knocker will have to dig deep now if he wants to regain that title in round 3. Remember, Jonty hadn't made a dent in his £1,000 budget, but after a successful second round, he spent £590 on 3 items, leaving him with up to £410 to spend. Whereas his one-time mentor hasn't bought anything during the last bout and still has £660 left in his kitty. So, before the final showdown, it's time for our Jedi warlords to come face to face for a close encounter.
Now, I didn't see you as an Art Deco lighting man, but...
You made me pay for it as well.
Well, you know, I had a customer for it. I'm sure you have as well.
Lots of people.
Yeah,
I'm
sure, yeah.
It's a lovely object, but you didn't have to run me up that high.
Well, no, hey, hang on. You did stray a little bit into my territory. I know there's no demarcation here today. If the truth is told, I had a little bit left over, but I decided it was be kind to Jonty Day.
You're so generous. Now, I think you've got a real bargain with the Japanese vase. It's almost as tall as you.
You know, you really know how to hurt a chap. Yeah. Go on, let's go and spend some more brass.
Come on, let's do it.
So it's time for the final face-off between Eric and Jonty. With the Art Deco section of the day over, the final chapter will be played out in the furniture auction. So they both need to locate some cracking pieces.
Look at that. Eric, he's a man out of his depth when it comes to furniture. He thinks that drawers are something that you wear. He knows nothing. He's getting desperate.
With Eric about to drop his drawers, Jonty seeks out a piece that he hopes will leave him sitting on a tidy profit.
I've come to have a look at this Windsor chair here. Now, it's Victorian, so the ash is the arms, and the legs, believe it or not, more often than not, are beech. It just depends on what part of the country a chair like this comes from. But the legs themselves are all turned on a lathe. And this is Victorian because earlier chairs will have ring-turned legs, so slightly less accentuated than the legs that you're looking at now. These are lovely wear to the arms. Have a look at that. Can you see the change in colour? And that's literally where the hands have been here for generations. It's wonderful.
Crikey, steady on, Jonty.
So estimate in the catalogue, £100 to £200. I'm prepared to pay more than the top estimate because I think it's worth it.
With one item marked out already, the hitman wastes no time seeking out further pieces. But as far as Eric's concerned, he might as well be in a galaxy far, far away. Whilst he struggles to find the Force, Jonty's on a roll and stumbles across a small piece that could turn out a huge profit.
This little chest of drawers here is the bargain of the sale. In the catalogue, it's estimated between £200 and £300. This is a George III oak country-made chest of drawers. Lovely brass drop handles, and look at these escutcheons. They've just got bags of character. Down below here, we've got the characteristic bracket foot, and above here, we've got a tiny little bit of cross-banding. Cross-banding, again, on the drawers. So lovely, tiny little bits of detail. So I'm going to have a keen bid on it.
With just minutes to go before our experts get back to the battle, Jonty has found 2 cracking pieces. The great man from Burnley, however, is still struggling. So, what does he do? He treats himself to a nice brew and picks out a piece that reminds him of home.
Well, this might be described as a piece of vernacular furniture because it's a Lancashire chest. Good solid oak with some cross-banding in mahogany. Now, there's no point me pulling these drawers out because they're dummy drawers. So let's have a look underneath and we'll find that we've got very, very sort of deep drawers. What I like about these is they've got the original handles. It's been hitting the same spot since around about 1820, 1830.
To get into the top, it lifts up, and at the side you've got a little box for candles, and perfect for your bed linen. I mean, once you've got them in your house, these things are wonderful places for storage. It's a little bit pricey for me, bearing in mind how much money I've got left. I'd want to keep it. That's the sad thing about that, and that's not the nature of the game.
So the final showdown of the day is about to commence. First up, it's the big hitman with a small chest of drawers.
The mahogany cross-banded oak chest. And again, I've got several commission bids.
Jonty might be keen on the piece, but there's plenty of competition. There's no guarantee he's going to get it.
400 I'm bid. 400 away. 40, 60, 85, 20.
I'm out.
520, 40 here. 540, 540.
Yes, with a commission bid of a whopping £400, now Jonty didn't stand a chance.
Sold away at 640.
£640. It was worth every penny too.
With time running out, it's make or break for our brave knights. Jonty has up to £402 left in his kitty versus Eric's whopping £660, and they both have their eyes on just one piece. First to go, though, is Jonty with the Windsor chair. Oh, the drama.
I believe in the hereafter, and having said that, I know what Jonty Hearnden is hereafter.
This next lot is my chair, which I'm hoping to bid on. Estimate of the catalogue, £100 to £200. The room is buzzing, so it's anybody's guess what price I'm going to get it for. But I'm not going to go mad.
Well, right on cue, the boy has arrived.
The Elm & Ash Windsor armchair. Right, I've got a couple of bids on this. I'm kicking it off at 120. I'm offered at 120. At £120 at 120. 30 where now? At 120 bid. At 120, 120, 130, 130, 40, 140. At 140.
The price is rising fast, so is Jonty playing a waiting game?
180. At 180. At 180. Out online then. At 180. Yes, you're in. At 180.
Yeah, he makes his move.
90 on the phone. You're at 90, 190, 200.
He's going to go to 220.
200, I got 200, and 10 again now. 10, 210, 220, 220, at 230, 230 bid 30, 40, 40, 240.
Oh, he's gone a bit more.
240, out on the phone again at 240, in front.
It looks like he might have done it.
240, out on the phone. Bids in front then at 240, we're all done at 240. Jonty, 8, 168.
Oh, and he's come up winner.
Top bid. I wouldn't have gone any further.
The hitman fired with fresh force and struck his target. Our master of antiques, however, is feeling the strain and is pinning everything on his Lancashire chest.
Well, it's getting late, and I've only got one item left to bid for, which just happens to be that very lovely, if solid, Lancashire chest, and hopefully it might be worth enough to have a stab at an opening bid. If it goes over their top estimate, I'm out for the count.
Now, the top estimate is £600, and Eric has a maximum of £660 to play with. If he doesn't land this piece, he'll go down in flames. What's worse, the competition in the room is getting fiercer.
The Lancashire chest now.
Oh, here we go.
Right, that's nice. That's a nice piece. Someone starting there, 500. 3 to go. 2 are starting to lose in. £200, 2 blind bid.
As Jonty watches on, Eric makes a bold early move.
320, 40, 60, 80.
With the price going up and up, mighty Eric hangs on with all his strength.
60, 80, 300, 320, 40, 60, 80, 400, 400 out here.
But can he stay in the running? One more bid, and he's out.
At £400, 400, 400, looking again. At £400, solely going to go this time, then at 400 then.
Thank you.
What a result. After an epic journey, he's bagged the chest for just £400. Welcome back, Knocker Knowles.
Well, there's a turn up for the buck. I didn't think I'd have a hope in hell of getting that. I'm very happy. Very, very happy.
Flying by the seat of his pants, Eric managed to land himself safely in Jonty's territory. Remember, both our experts had a budget of up to £1,000 each of their own money. Hitman Hearnden used up nearly all of his money, leaving him with £170 unspent. Knocker Knowles fell slightly behind and spent £740. But what will they think of each other's purchases?
Well, at least we're not going home empty-handed, are we?
I'm very pleased with our purchases.
Yes.
What about you? Are you pleased with yours?
Well, yes.
That
because
vase, what a bargain. What a bargain.
I couldn't believe it when the hammer came down at that price.
If you can't make a profit out of that, I'm Japanese.
But what about you? You got the chair and...
I do like my chair.
Yeah.
And I've got a very expensive light shade, thanks to you.
That light shade, I promise you're going to make money on. And you know, you market with the chair. It's a good, you know, sort of solid piece,
There's
isn't
no
it?
cracks, there's no breaks, there's no restoration.
We've both done reasonably well, don't you think so?
I'm very pleased.
May the best man win, eh?
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you later.
Don't assume too much.
So, at the end of today's auction, Eric bought a Japanese vase, some Art Deco pots, a Lancashire chest, and a paraffin lamp. Jonty purchased a French glass lampshade, some Royal Doulton vases, a silver bowl, and a Windsor chair. So, after a stellar battle in the far-off galaxy of Cheshire, our two auction Jedis return to the planet Earth, or home, as most of us call it. Their challenge now is to sell their purchases and make as much profit as possible. But before they launch themselves into battle once more, there's time to reflect on a long day.
Oh, a 400-mile sort of round trip to buy half a dozen objects. But I'm pleased with what I bought. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I bought that 3.5-foot high late 19th century Japanese floor vase for £100.
I bought an eclectic mix, really, from the auction. I really like those Royal Doulton flambe vases. They're great fun. I've no idea who's going to buy those. None whatsoever. The silver bowl is good quality. Likewise, who's going to buy that?
The one thing I really missed was that rather nice dome shade. I mean, Jonty Hearnden, you are a furniture man. You're not a deco man. Deco is Eric's domain.
The dome light, I'm very pleased with. But remember, I was very cheeky in buying that. So at the moment, I'm not quite sure what I can sell that for. And the country chair, well, of course, that's my domain, so I'm happy about that. Tomorrow, I shall start my homework.
The next morning, our two experts are up bright and early, whilst the apprentice embraces modern technology and browses the net for possible sales.
I have a dome glass hanging ceiling light to sell.
Old-fashioned Mr. Knowles is working his way through his trusty contacts book to try and close deals for his haul of treasure.
I've gone and bought an oil lamp, and I'm wanting to sell it. And bearing in mind that you are lighting people, I thought it may be of interest to you.
That's the spirit, Knocker. With only a few items to sell, every deal is going to count. And a few days later, Eric heads off to try and sell his paraffin lamp. Jonty is also clocking up the miles and has made his way to the town of Westerham in Kent, where he's hoping to swoop in and seal the first deal.
So I've done my homework, made the connection, and I think I've got a sale. I've got somebody very, very interested. So here I am, arrived in Westerham. It's a big trek from the house, an hour and a half's travel. I hope that I'm going to make the big, big sale.
Jonty's attempting to offload the Art Deco lampshade that he bought from under Eric's nose for £300. Although he might have found someone that's interested in the lampshade, there's no guarantee of a sale, or that the potential buyer will pay the price that Jonty wants.
Ah, you must be John.
Jonty.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Well, here's the offending article.
Looking forward to this.
There you go.
Super.
Yes, first I have checked, and there are no sort of chips or breaks, which is quite important. Now, it's signed here somewhere, but it's quite tricky to see. But it is there somewhere. There we go.
Fantastic. There we go.
There we go. Dome.
Dome, the Cross of Lorraine, Nancy, France.
Now, this is frosted glass, and it's acid etched as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a process they use. They would have these over a vat of acid, and the fumes would come up and react with the glass, and they'd use occasionally wax to sort of protect some of the glass and not the rest to give it this sort of effect. Personally, I think this works very well with a modern interior.
Well, the dealer sounds interested, but can Jonty get him to splash the cash?
Is it commercial enough for you to buy it?
Well, that all depends on price, of course, John.
I mean, I'm looking for £500 for it.
Yeah, I was thinking more in terms of 450.
OK. Well, I know that you're a gentleman. What about 475?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
You happy about that?
Happy to do that.
Excellent. We have a sale.
So, these two gentlemen have agreed on a sale at £475, giving Jonty a cracking profit of £175. Eric, meanwhile, has arrived at an antique centre in Oxfordshire where he's arranged to meet a potential buyer for his paraffin lamp. But can he persuade her to pay more than the £30 which the lamp cost him?
Look at what we're talking about. Now, as you know, it needs the chimney and it needs the shade, but you're the sort of dealer that can see potential. Now, the casting had me wondering. It has a sort of dresser feel to it, let's put it that way.
I haven't seen that exact base, but I know what you mean about the sort of dresser feel, particularly this bit, these motifs. They do have that feel about it. Definitely of that period. Tell you what I love, though. I mean, in this sort of stylised cactus is the stamens inside the flowers.
Attention to detail, you might say.
It's very nice.
So I was hoping maybe we'd be looking at 80, but I can see by the look on your face that you're enthusiastic, but you're not that enthusiastic, are you?
Yeah, well, I was kind of thinking more nearer to 60.
Shall we say 65? Does that sound OK to you?
That sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you. So 65?
Yeah, done. It's
Done.
a deal.
That's a top bit of trading from Eric. The lamp's given him his first piece of profit, and he's a happy man. But he's still trailing well behind his rival. Back at the Hearnden HQ, the smoothest operator in the antiques world is hoping to notch up another sale.
Now, I've previously sold this piece of furniture to a customer of mine. Now, she's just gone to pick up her car, but like a Venus flytrap, I have set my antiques around my shop in the hope that people are going to bite.
Yes, let's hope this customer is hungry and that she has an appetite for Jonty's silver bowl. Remember, he paid £160 for it and desperately wants a profit.
And I just wonder what you thought about it.
Oh, I think it's very, very pretty. How much is it, Jonty?
Well, I'm looking for £270. Now, in a good antiques fair, that'd be worth an awful lot more money.
No, I'll take it. I think it's very beautiful.
That's wonderful. OK.
Yeah.
OK, well, I'll wrap that for you as well. OK.
Smooth work, Mr. Hearnden, very smooth. The silver bowl has just served up a very tasty £110 profit. How does he do it?
A large part of the success of dealing is knowing what to buy and who to sell to. And I was very pleased I placed that bowl right on top of that cabinet for Kate to look at, because I know she has a really good eye for quality. And that's the reason why I bought it. And I knew somewhere down the line I could put the two together. Quality item, quality buyer.
And another quality sale for the hitman. He's opened up a massive lead, but Knocker's not a man to panic. He's hit the road like the proverbial travelling salesman to try and make another sale. But, hang on a minute, hasn't Jonty already been here? Yes, we're back in Westerham in Kent. Mr. Knowles is hoping to sell his kitchen jars to an old client.
Well, I've got my Minton Art Deco storage jars here, and I think I've found a buyer who hopefully is ready, willing and able.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, John. Let me grab that. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good, good.
Had a friend of yours here just recently.
Who is that?
Jonty.
Jonty Hearnden? No friend of mine, mate. Yes, there's no sentiment in
With the
business.
dealer having already handed over a wad of cash to Jonty, will there be any more for Eric?
Right. Well, it's a good form. The colours are good, and the font is excellent.
I mean, they're very modern, aren't they?
A lot of people are buying Deco for now is primarily the look, which works in the modern context. But it's interesting because that's a different lid to the other things. You wonder what that would have come from.
Well,
perhaps.
it doesn't actually...
Because it's got a single band rather than the double.
And there are variations to the lids, because the ones that appear in the Minton book have got like almost like a strap
handle, and they don't look anywhere near as effective as these lovely sort of multi-knopped little handles.
No, I like them. I do like them.
Good.
Well, the dealer sounds impressed, but thanks to Jonty bidding against him, the jars cost Eric well over £200 to buy at auction, so he's got his work cut out to make a profit on them.
I bought them well.
Yeah.
And bearing in the maxim that you've got to leave something in it for somebody else.
Indeed.
OK. I was looking more in the region of around about £320, but
Right.
I don't know how that sort of carries with you.
Well, they are nice, they are appealing, I do like them. But it would help me if you were able to see the price near £290, £300.
Well, at £300, I think we've got a deal. OK.
Thank you very much.
Now, that will be cash, John.
Yeah, no, that'll be fine. I can do
Okay.
that for you this time.
Excellent.
Nicely done, Mr. Knowles. That's another sale and another £90 worth of profit.
See ya. Well, I did say cash, and they did pay me cash, which is always a bonus. And not a huge profit, but at the end of the day, it is a profit. And bearing in mind the competition, and just thinking about the competition, damn that Hearnden. Not only does he push me up on the price in the auction, but he's going to phone my client as well. I blame the internet. I mean, you've got to blame somebody. It might as well be the internet.
There's no point in blaming the internet, Eric. You're up against the smoothest operator in the business. And the next day, a gloating Jonty decides to check up on his rival.
Hello.
Are you out selling, Mr. Knowles?
Well, not at this moment in time.
Where are you?
No, actually, I'm in my back garden.
So are you in a reclining chair with a stiff drink beside you?
Yes, it's the old recliner, and, and I've got husky sort of voiced lady who's rubbing Ambra Solera into my shoulders as I speak.
OK. All right. Well, I don't want to go any further than that. This is a tough quest, I have discovered.
No, I'm not finding it tough at all. When you're in the auction business, you do look upon fellows like yourself as lesser mortals. You know, I don't want to be imperious about this at all, but, you know...
Enough of that cheek. Back to your sunbathing, Knowles.
All right, OK.
Speak to you soon.
Hang on. Just a bit more to your right. No.
Bye.
Thank you, darling. Bye.
Bye. He's sunbathing in the garden. Don't believe a word of it.
Well, Mr. Knowles might be trying to fool Jonty with some fast talking, but if he's going to have a chance of winning today's challenge, he needs to do some fast selling. The winner of today's contest is the expert who makes the most cash. After selling 2 items, the hitman has knocked up £285 worth of profit. But it ain't over till Knocker Knowles sings. After selling 2 items, he's sitting on a profit of £125. He needs to get his skates on if he wants to catch up with Jonty. With 2 items still up his sleeve, though, Eric's not about to throw in the towel just yet. Over at Hearnden HQ, the hitman also has 2 items to sell. The race is on to make the next sale, and whilst Eric hits the phone to try and find a buyer for his biggest item...
Listen, I'll tell you what, I've got something that might be for you.
Jonty is hoping to make a large profit from his smallest items, the flambe vases, which cost him £130.
Hi, Jonty.
Oh, there you are. I thought you'd never arrive.
Sorry, traffic as always.
I've got these vases.
Yes, let's have a look at them. Great.
Here they are.
Wonderful. They are a little small, Jonty.
What do you mean?
I was imagining them to be slightly larger.
Were you expecting 4 feet vases?
I was actually, yes. Oh dear.
Yes.
Actually, they're very nice. They're very nice. They're very attractive.
I thought they make a nice group. I was really impressed by them.
Absolutely. And they're all Royal Dalton.
Yes,
flambe.
Flambe, yes. Really good, nice, stylish items.
Actually, they are very decorative.
Now I know you've got somebody who collects these.
That's right. Yes, he collects Royal Dalton. Could be the ticket. Yeah.
Could be up your street, sir.
Absolutely.
Crikey, this chap needs to work on his poker face. If the hitman plays his cards right here, he could bank a very tidy profit. But whilst he prepares to move in for the kill, the pressure's on Eric, who's hoping to do a deal of his own. He's travelled to Chester to try and sell the mahogany chest that he paid a whopping £400 for. Eric is desperate to sell the chest and has had it delivered here to show a fellow Burnley football supporter. But can he score high and get a huge profit today? If Eric achieves his goal, it could be game over for Jonty.
Eric, how you doing?
I'm all right, thank you.
See you again. Lovely.
Well, here's the treasure.
Original handles.
Yeah. I'm pleased to say original handles.
Pretty good.
Well, obviously, a couple of dummy drawers at the top. But have a look in here, you see. So, yeah, nice dovetails.
Yeah, fine.
There are lots of little features I like on this, John, because you've got this boxwood, or it might even be sort of sycamore springing.
Well, Eric's done his best to talk the chest up, but his buyer sounds like a no-nonsense kind of chap, and he's going to have to work hard to make a profit. Back in Oxfordshire, Jonty's weighed up his customer and is preparing to strike. If he wants to make a profit on the flambe vases, he has to make more than £130.
So I'm asking 250 quid.
Dear, oh dear, Jonty.
It's a bargain.
Now who's having a laugh? I think, really, I'd be pushing it at 180. That would be about the max for those.
Really? Is that your best?
I think so.
I can't squeeze another 20 out of you.
Jonty, you naughty chap. OK, we'll call it 200. All right.
Well, he may be naughty, but that's a nice sale for Jonty and adds another £70 of profit to his total. He's stretched his lead even further, so Eric not only needs to sell the mahogany chest, he needs to make a big profit on it if he's going to have any chance of winning today's challenge. Don't forget, he paid £400 for it at auction.
I was thinking maybe 700, but...
I was thinking more 5. Well, there's not that much money in the whole of Burnley to buy it. That's your kind of price.
Let's just nudge it over to sort of 620.
I would have thought 580.
580 will...
Tell you what I'll do. Being as you're a fervent Burnley supporter...
Yes.
I'll give you £600
Yes.
on condition.
Yes.
You accept the Burnley tie and you wear it on one of your programmes.
My God, this...
That's almost an antique, believe me.
This, I can tell you, is emotional blackmail.
Absolutely.
There's no other word
That's
for
correct.
it. A Burnley Football Club tie and £600 before I break out into tears.
Job done.
All right.
All right, mate.
Lovely to see you.
Thanks
And you
a lot.
too.
Done again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What a result for Knocker Knowles. The Burnley tie sealed the deal and the mahogany chest has netted him a fabulous £200 profit. From lagging well behind, Eric's now moved up into the Premier League, unlike his beloved Burnley. Each of our experts has one item left to sell and they've hit the phones to try and set up one last killer deal. And after running up a huge phone bill, Eric seems to have struck lucky. He's found a dealer in London who's willing to have a look at his Japanese vase.
Now, if it's Wednesday in London, it has to be Camden Passage Antique Market. And I've had the large Japanese vase delivered to a dealer friend of mine. I say friend because they're friends out of business hours, but they're dealers in business time. And my main concern is that it's arrived in one piece. So fingers crossed. Kevin.
Eric, how are you?
Bang on time.
Good, good. Nice to see you.
Lead on.
Yes.
Oh, just so you know, I am trade, and this is a serious inquiry.
Yes, with Eric having lined up a potential buyer for this huge Japanese vase, the pressure's on Jonty. He needs to find a buyer for the Windsor chair and has called in a favour from an old chum who's going to restore it to its former glory.
Oh, there you are. How's it going?
Hello, Jonty.
All right.
How you doing?
That looks good.
It's coming on. It's coming on.
That. Look at the colour down here.
I know, it's beautiful.
Fabulous. That looks wonderful. Do you know, it's so much better than I thought it would.
Good, right.
Really, very
Wow.
good. Wonderful. Now, James, one question a lot of people ask me is how often should they wax and polish a piece of furniture?
Not too much is the key. A lot of people we find bringing pieces of furniture into the workshop put too much wax on, and it takes forever to get the old wax off. So the key is probably twice a year is plenty.
Really?
A little bit of wax, and most of it is good hard buffing. As you can see, it's good old-fashioned elbow grease. and that's what does all the trick, because you're reactivating the old wax that's on there. So you're reactivating the surface and bringing the patination up to the surface so that you can actually see how much is on there. OK, well, I think that'll see it done, Jonty.
That's looking fantastic. Look at that. What a transformation. It's great. It looks really superb. And I think I've got just the man for the chair too.
Fantastic. Good
Thanks
stuff.
so much, mate.
You're welcome.
So, with the chair restored and a buyer in mind, Jonty heads off. He's lined up the landlord of one of his favourite pubs to sell the chair to. His next client is a formidable fellow who really knows his onions when it comes to antiques. Jonty's hoping it'll be ready, steady cash.
Chef, are you there?
Yes.
Hello. There you are. How are you?
doing?
This is the chair I want you to have a look
chair.
at. What do you think?
Well, it's pretty. It's pretty.
It's a lovely country chair. Now, I found out quite a bit about it. It's from North Yorkshire, and it's mid-19th century. And the big plus to this is this lovely crinoline support, the stretcher down the bottom there. How you get that, that's all bent wood. That's literally steamed into that shape.
Right.
Would you like to sit in it, sir?
It seems a good solid chair, doesn't it?
Suits you?
Yeah, it's got no creakiness.
No.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Jonty's working hard to sell the chair, but Mr. Worrell Thompson is giving it a thorough inspection.
As well. There you go. I rubbed off the Made in Taiwan stamp there. Yeah.
All right. So knock a tenner off the price with the plastic wood?
No, that's what have you got there? That's an old nail that's gone through there. That's all that is. Yeah. So do you like the chair?
I like the chair, yeah. It's nice shape. It looks in good nick.
So yours for £550.
£550?
Yep.
You're having a bit of a laugh there, aren't you?
Crikey, it sounds like the hitman could have met his match here. He's going to need a plan B if he wants to sell that chair. Back in London, Eric is waxing lyrical about his Japanese vase.
The thing that did it for me with this vase is just the quality of the decoration. You've got these great samurai.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's just the detail on some, and the faces. And then around the other side, we've got these fine ladies in a garden setting.
Bijin, yeah.
Bijin. And not only that, just these little panels, brocade shapes and the gilding, and this very sort of, up here, we've got this stylised wisteria.
Things from this period, late 19th century, made in Japan, are the actual cheapest antiques on the market for the quality of workmanship. I mean, you can imagine how long it took one man to paint this. The Japanese were buying them back 12 years ago for maybe £3,000 to £4,000. But since their bubble burst, the economy, it's all changed. The price has actually gone down quite a lot.
Remember, Eric only paid £100 for this vase at auction.
I came up with a figure. Initially, I thought, well, maybe around about the £800 mark. The look on your face there.
Eric. Things have changed so much that I wouldn't buy it for that.
This doesn't sound at all promising for Eric. Even though the dealer likes the vase, he's worried about selling it on in a depressed market. We'll find out very shortly if Eric's northern charm can persuade him to part with his money. But, meanwhile, can Jonty convince Mr. Worrell Thompson that the restored Windsor chair is for him? Don't forget, his opening gambit of £550 was given short shrift.
I tell you what we're going to do. Sack of onions.
Onions? Oh,
Peeling and onions.
Sack of onions?
It's only 20 kilos. Plus, because the customer should always have the last word, I always believe, 500.
Plus doing the onions?
Yeah.
500 quid? All right, then. I've got to beat Eric at all costs.
OK, 500 it is.
Well, Jonty was given a real grilling, and he's having to peel a sack full of onions as part of the deal. But he's cooked up a fantastic £260 profit on that chair.
All this to beat Eric Knowles, eh?
It's a magnificent final sale, and Eric has also done a deal on the Japanese vase.
I love doing business with the smartest dressed dealer in London.
You're not so bad yourself.
So, after slugging it out for weeks on end, how much cash have our experts made from their auction adventure? Jonty spent a total of £830, whilst Eric splashed out and spent £740. Our two experts will have to deduct a standard auction commission from their final profits, which will all be going to charity. But without further ado, it's time to reveal who is today's Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is champion. Remember, neither expert knows what the other has made.
Ready to do this?
Are you ready?
Let's go for it, yeah?
Okay,
Ready?
1, 2, 3. I'm a player all of a sudden. I'm a player.
So tell me, was it the vase that did it?
It was a steal, there's no two ways about it. But you know, that Japanese vase 15 years ago was worth nearer £2,000. It just goes to show you how that market has changed so dramatically. But I did get a nice profit on it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Good,
sure.
good. You did it today, congratulations.
Well, you did it today, which basically means...
The drinks are on you.
Exactement, as we say in certain parts of Burnley.
So how did Eric close that final deal?
I wouldn't pay 800.
OK.
More like 5.
Let's meet halfway. What about 600 quid?
As I know you, that's great.
Is it?
I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Well, the reason I think I did well today is all down to that Japanese vase. They do say that there is a bargain in every auction, and as far as that auction was concerned, it was definitely that vase.
Well, the gloves are off, the gauntlet's been laid down. Challenge for tomorrow, well, it might get dirty.
Well, it's been a battle of epic proportions. But most importantly, both our brave warriors have made a profit, and those profits will be going to a good cause.
My chosen charity is the Chiltern Centre for Disabled Children, based in Henley-on-Thames. And it's a centre that supports local children, younger folk with learning and physical disabilities.
Well, I'm going to be doing battle for my chosen charity, which is Headway. Now, I just happen to be patron, and Headway do a fantastic nationwide job helping those poor folk who've suffered from debilitating brain and head injuries.
Well, that's it. The vase sealed the deal for Eric, who is today's winner. But the competition doesn't stop here. Tomorrow, our experts will be going head-to-head again to raise money for their favourite charities when they motor round a car boot sale.
I'm in this business to make some money.
How much is your teddy?
50p.
It's far too much.
And once again, they'll face the challenge to put your money where your mouth is.